our genome evolved or was created. It doesn't matter, or a combination of both. Doesn't really matter to me. But I'm just saying we have this genome, and our genome determines what foods we're supposed to eat. Like giraffes have a giraffe diet, and if they vary from that diet, they get sick. Water buffalo have a water buffalo diet. If they go away from that diet, they get sick. Humans have the human diet, and if we move away from the human diet, we get sick. What is the human diet? The human diet means we have things that are called essential nutrients, and essential means that they're required for healthy structure and function, but our bodies can't make them. So things like vitamins and minerals, essential fatty acids, probiotics. That's why I created my essential nutrient system. What I said was, there's two things. One is if our body requires it, that can't make it, and two, that we can't easily get it from a pretty easy dietary change, right? So there are some things that require a lot of work to get, even though we could get them from a diet, but they're a lot of work and they're not really available anymore. And there's some things that our bodies just make, so we shouldn't take those. And then there are some things that are essential that we really, really require, but are kind of harder to get. So those are worth supplementing. That's why I created that. But basically humans, and again, it doesn't matter where you live, or we don't all have to eat the same foods, Ari. We all have to get the same nutrients. So when we lived in Africa as humans, early humans, when we started moving out of Africa, we required the same nutrients when we were living in the Arctic, but we weren't going to get our vitamin C from citrus fruit. In the Arctic, we were going to have to eat seal skin where we could take that collagen and make vitamin C out of it. We weren't going to get our essential fatty acids from big, large wild game. We were going to get it from eating seal blubber. So what we had to do as humans through trial and error is wherever we moved into a new habitat, what we had to figure out was how could we extract the essential nutrients we require from that habitat? And that's what we did, or we didn't survive, period. We got sick. The other thing that's very essential for humans, that's eat well, is moving well. So that's eat well, those nutrients. But moving well is moving is an essential nutrient for human beings. We not just our physical bodies, but our brains require movement. Spark by Rady is one of the best books you could ever read on this. Just a fantastic book explaining it. And I use it a lot to explain to chiropractors why they're having such an impact when they're getting these joints moving, and then teach people to go home and keep them moving. But so movement is a required nutrient. It's not just that it keeps you thin. It's not just that it makes you fit and look good. It's that literally we know that if we remove, daily exercise from a human being, even who's an Olympic athlete, they immediately start to move towards insulin resistance, bone loss, depression. I mean, it's incredible. So you have to see exercise as an essential nutrient to produce healthy structure and function. It's a genome requirement that we move a lot all day. And we're supposed to take all of our joints through full range of motion against resistance on a daily basis. That's really what humans require to express healthy structure and function. And then the other one is think well. And there are essential nutrients that humans require. Humans, because we're social mammals and we evolved in packs or tribes, we require other humans to be healthy. We require social interaction. We require social acknowledgement that we're contributing and that we're valuable. We require self-esteem. We require gratitude and all of these things that. So if you take any social mammal like a wolf or even a dog, and you remove it from its ability to interact with other mammals of its species or tribe, it will get sick very quickly. Similarly, if you take a solitary mammal like a grizzly bear and make it live with other grizzly bears, it will literally go into this amazing stress response. It will froth at the mouth. I mean, it's incredible. Even when they're doing it just to catch salmon, they're so freaked out. So genetically, we as humans, we are social mammals, and we require love and interaction, and we require social acceptance, which is why bullying and hate and these things and division are so make people sick. It makes them murderous and angry and depressed and anxious. It's division does this, not being accepted by your fellow humans or feeling like other humans are inferior or superior to you. Right. So if we live in a small tribe, you can think that the other tribe's not as good. But we don't live in small tribes anymore. We live in giant tribes. And so you need the acceptance of everyone you kind of consider to be in your tribe, which is basically everybody. Mm-hmm. Right. So these are all essential nutrients that that we require. So without those things, or if we're put, so those are the sufficiency, because if deficiency makes you sick, then sufficiency is what's required to be well. If toxicity makes you sick, then purity is what you need to be well. So the toxins that we need to avoid are toxic foods, toxic movement patterns like being sedentary or constant repetitive stress, trauma, toxic thoughts, negative thoughts about ourselves or others, hatred, division. These are all the toxicities that we live with. They could be a toxic thing like getting run over by a car. That's literally would be described as a toxic because it's so toxic to your body. And so these are the things that we require, and we require the knowledge of what things our body and our cells need to express healthy structure and function. We need to know what things we need to be sufficient in, and we need to know which things are toxic to us so we can avoid them. Then, after we have that knowledge, Ari, we have to have the ability and the self-control to apply that knowledge to our daily choices, because habits are what determine our health. It's our habits that, health is habit, is based on your habits. Your long-term habits determine your long-term health.